Hey, it's Sarah here with some micro level suggestions for your narrative profile. So, I've already spoken to a lot of you. Remember that a narrative profile is a narrative, it's a story. So, on your content level suggestions, I spoke with you about plot. But in order to really make a story sing, you need specific details on the page. And there are two kind of things that I want you to think about to help you. One, make sure that you're finding the right word. Don't be afraid to look at a thesaurus. um, Revise at the sentence level for specific active verbs. So avoid is. So like maybe avoid is. Um, and specific nouns. And so I mean literally and adjectives. Literally use at this so all specific words, guys, okay? But let's look at this example. The poet Susan Nguyen is very compassionate. This is hard for someone to see, and plus this word compassionate gets used a lot. And It's one of those things I'm like, compassion for who, right? So I'm gonna say, I heard Susan's affection for her parents as she spoke, as she told me their story. Um, and by the way, it's okay to use I as long as you're using it to navigate what you're learning about the member rather than like focusing on your own life. Like, I was really inspired, I loved it, so I heard Susan's affection for her parents as she told me their story. um Notice, so automatically there are characters when I make that active voice change, and affection is very well, it's more specific than compassionate here. This is also where a metaphor might come in. So how does she speak about her parents? What is it like? She The way she speaks about, and then maybe I'd put their specific names here, mom and dad, is almost the way a like my own grandmother might speak about me, with like a loving tenderness, like tucking me in at night with a warm blanket. I don't know, like, you take it into the direction, but metaphors are powerful, right? Because they offer your readers a way to understand like more of what you mean about that affection. Okay. Also, don't be afraid to use a thesaurus. You can describe the scene as if you were telling someone on the phone. So thesaurus, I just want to look really quickly. I'd already done this, but I ran out of time. I got to go much more quickly on these videos. Thesaurus, like if I'm trying to say compassion, like what do I really mean? Um, like softness, like she's, oh, see, these are different. And also looking at the word warmth, and I thought, oh, like this is an interesting example. Like, how different is fervor than affection? Fervor is like more frenzied, right? And then you might need to put to pair your thesaurus use with the dictionary, and that's fine. um so don't be afraid to use the thesaurus. Give me more just as specific as you can get, okay? Even if it's clear to you, it's because you were there. Your reader wasn't. So paint the scene, okay? Next, I want you to think about how you transition between scenes. And a lot of you are focusing on transitions. And just briefly, I'll say that, I mean, there are some formulas I can give you or some words I can give you, but really the hard work of building a transition is figuring out what is the main idea of the paragraph before, what is the main idea of the paragraph that's following, and how can you connect them with the sentence? So you might say something like, you might use compassion or warmth. Her warmth extends to her students as well. Or like, while she writes with warmth, she lives in a way, or I don't know, she shares her warmth with her students as well. And then I might have a paragraph about her as a teacher. I don't know. So you have to figure out what's coming before, connected to what's coming after. I'm going to run out of time for quotations because I have 24 seconds. But briefly, no quotation should be without context. So, does everyone start with a sandwich, introduce, quote, follow up? Maybe not, but like 99% of them, and all of them should have your guiding hand walking me through it. This resource offers some great links